Nice to have you on board, YouTubers. Here we are once again, and we're on another litter picking spree. Today, I'm on the trail to Bloom Farm. I think I spoke about it before when I did the back of sort of that area of the retail park, if you remember that video. Hopefully we'll be able to pick some stuff up. I've already got quite a bit there already. Pre-camera on pick. So, yeah, I'm not going down there. Just going to make this a light-hearted pick, as light-hearted as I can, because I know I'll find quite a lot of trash on just this trail alone. I'm not going into the gullies and sort of deep areas. No clambering for me today. What a glorious day, but don't be deceived by the sun and the blue sky. It is bitterly cold today, bitterly cold. I'd say around 3-4 degrees maybe. What we got here? Okay. But hopefully we will warm up. Well, I will warm up. You're the one watching. Yeah, so a litter pick always gets me energized. Been a couple of weeks since I did a video. I mean, there's one on the air right now as I'm recording, but I actually did that back in January. I swapped a couple of videos around. Hello, how are you?
You do a great job, man.
Thank you. Look at this. Good grief. This is massive tarpaulin in here. Nah, can't be touching that, it's too heavy. I'll come back, maybe I'll pick that up on the way back. Look at that area down there, that's private land there. So, can't even get in there, I won't even bother. Oh, absolutely disgraceful, isn't it? Oh, clambering again. Yeah, it wouldn't be an absolute garbage video without clambering up and down slopes, but I really am avoiding that today. Kind of had enough of that for a while. Yeah, motivation. Motivation. Try to get motivated. Oh Lord, look at this. I'm not even going to show you what I'm moving here. I know sometimes it's hard for people to get motivated. Once you get out, you're okay, but it's just that sort of initial, right, let's get suited up, get all the stuff together, the bag hook, the litter picker, the camera, and get out there. I'd like to give a mention to Tana, who's over there in Hawaii. She's got a great channel actually. Give her a look-see. She does most of her picking by mobility scooter. I'm sure she'd enjoy your company. She's doing a fantastic job over there in Hawaii. Meanwhile, we're stuck in merry old England. Yeah, getting back to what that guy said, I don't know, council again. Why does everything have to come back to the council? I know we pay taxes and they do this job and that job, and I think they do a fine job actually, but why do we always have to rely on council? Get out there and do something yourself. Maybe not to the extent that some of the channels do, like myself, but do something, you know. Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe the message is wasted. I'm preaching to the converted. Because most of you do litter picking anyway, in some way or other, some shape or form. So that's why I try to get the message out to people who are not litter pickers, who don't know anything about litter pickers. Yeah, I spend quite a lot of time, well, I wouldn't say all my time, but quite a lot of time going to different channels. Nothing to do with litter picking. Some are environmental, but some are nothing to do with it. History channels, movie channels, software tech channels. I get attention wherever I go, and I usually get people asking me, what's your name all about, blah blah blah, because the name alone attracts attention. Oh. This is just fly tipping, absolute fly tipping. Not my realm right now. I know I moved to fly tip on Gateshead, but I don't have the transportation. Look at this. Absolute shame, isn't it? I'm going to move it right where it can be seen. Right in the noses. None of this hiding under a hedge. And people have to walk by it every day now. Maybe somebody else will report it for a change instead of me. Yeah, look at that over there. Nice marshy area. And then look at that. Yeah, hey, a dumped fridge. I think technically this is private land. I don't know. Well, definitely these two sides are private. But this is a public footpath. That's why I'm clearing it. And you can see how it goes, yeah. Endless notices to the landowners, which get ignored, of course. The council keep going at it, but nothing happens, you know. Yeah, that's the way it is. Can't dwell on that. You can only change what you can change. Man's got to know his limits. And a woman. Aye. Stick to the mission, dear boy. Ooh, it's all falling out now. Turn it around, I think. Oh. Yeah, we're up to our first bag already. Amazing, huh? Well, like 10 minutes into this, I've already got one bag. If you spot anything down the sides, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to concentrate too much on the sides. I just want to stay on this path because this technically is the public area, as I said. Yeah. Try to ignore the fly tips on the way. Oh yes. What are we talking about here? Monster. Haven't done that for a while, actually. Oh, look at it. The cans are flying at me now. I'm like a magnet for cans and trash. If I don't see them, they jump at me from the hedge. From the sides. Ooh. Yeah, what a beautiful day, eh? Look at that. And look at that in the sky. You see that jet stream there? Or sort of jet trail? Oh. Yeah. What's that? Another Red Bull? Oh, something else. Blue spark. Wow. Now, the landowners have put these two huge boulders here to stop people coming in and fly tipping, and obviously it hasn't worked. Yay. Okay, I can see the main road over there. Not too far to go now. Yeah, it never gets any less, does it? You know, you don't think one day you walk out and think, whoa, where's all the litter? I mean, where's my diapers? I miss my diaper. Nappies, depends, whatever they call them. I'm going to have to pick this up because it's too heavy. Look at that. I mean, how disgusting is that, you know? But that's the way it goes. Not too bad down here, actually. Up there, with all the fly tips and everything, well, I'm up against the wall, to be honest, on that one. But it's looking a lot better now. Just picking up the usual trash, bottles, cans, diapers. Yeah, here we go, more cans. God, when that recycling scheme comes in 2027, I think, end of April, we'll see a lot less cans or anything aluminium. Or is it aluminum? I'll let you decide. There we have another fly tip. Yay! How am I going to get around here? Okay. Whew. What we got over here? Oh, not even sure what we've got here. Somebody's dumped a load of leaves, looks like. Who wraps up leaves in a bag and then goes out and dumps them? Does that make sense? Not my first time. Seen it before. Nothing new. But anyway. Righty ho. Got it. Excellent. Excellent. Well, what kind of litter picks have you been doing lately? If you've been doing any at all. I've heard that there's been pretty bad weather in various parts of the world. Even in Hawaii, they've had heavy rain. Look at that in the corner over there. How does that get in the corner? Alright, be back in a minute. Yeah, I've come around the other side here to pick out most of the crap. There's some stuff I still can't get. Maybe I can pull that tarpaulin over there out from the other side, but basically this is what I've collected. Basically you can see what I pulled out there. This all goes in here now. That makes a lot easier, just pulling it all out and then putting it in the bag. Now you can see there's a substantial amount here. A lot of sort of construction waste, things like that. Yeah. How we got it all out? Well, we got most of it out, let's put it that way. Not all of it. A little bit off the beaten track here, but that corner was pretty bad. When we go around the other side, you'll see just how much I've removed. Oh dear. Unbelievable. We're up to our first bag and we're like half an hour in. Not even half an hour. Yeah, as you can see, most of it's gone. Well, there's that one bottle there. Oh, attack of the brambles. But that's pretty much it. Yeah. Not bad. Cleared that area. Onto the road now, and then I'm going to dump this bag and we're going to make our way to Bloom Farm. Bloom Farm! Yeah, this is... I'm going to try and pull this... I don't know if I can even pull this out, to be honest. Let me give it a shot. Oh! I'm carrying quite a bit today, actually. Let's see if I can pull this out, shall we? Holy crap. Yeah, it's another one of those. Yep. We got it. We got it. Well done, team. Wow, look at that. Looky here. Isn't that a nice surprise? Yeah. Few more items, one or two here, and then that's it for this area. Looks like either a milk bottle. No, not a milk bottle. It's your favourite petrol canister, probably filled with urine or something. Not touching that. Oh, Hey, hey, hey. The last two. You see this can here? One. And then this sort of box thing here. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a piece of concrete. Just a piece of concrete, yeah. I'll take the plastic and leave the concrete there as an ornament. Yeah. Oh, that's it. A few items. Not too much. Managed to get through relatively unscathed. Okie dokie. Now it's not the end of the litter pick. It's just the end of that particular stretch. On a busy road now. I think before I cleaned all down there, you may remember, which was when I made all those trips backwards and forwards to the dumpster opposite the retail park over there. And what we're doing now is we're picking up from there and going all the way up there. I might have to go back a bit actually and start again because I see the farm right in front of me. Okay, well, let's pick it up from there anyway. Right, look at this day. I mean, what a glorious day. I keep saying it, but we're in for some good weather. Sorry about the noise over there. That's the main road. All right, we've got two bags here so far in just what, half an hour. Had to avoid all the fly tips. I couldn't even look at them anymore. Couldn't really sort of keep digesting all the fly tips, but that's a separate issue, and it's on private land, so I take solace in the fact that it's on private land. That's my excuse anyway. Alright, found myself a canister, which you probably can hear in there somewhere. Gonna tie this up now and then make our way over there. Right, here we are, the two bags. I've decided not to cross the road. They're too heavy and it's just too busy. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard getting across this road anyway, especially with these two bags. So I'm going to leave them here, report them to the council, opposite Bloom Farm. Let's see how we do. Hey, we made it. I didn't think I was going to get across the road there. So what I had to do was run to the middle, wait for the other lane to clear, and then carry on. It's not the best sort of tactic, but it's the only way to get across, really. I mean, look at this road, it's just non-stop. So, back on the other side now. I'm gonna head this way now. I see all this in here. See that? All that was collected from here. This area here, and it's technically a private area, but I feel sort of sorry for Bloom Farm. So, look at this. See, I can't really understand. Maybe when people are going into the restaurant or whatever, they just think, well, I've got to dump this before I get in there because I can't take any drink and food into the restaurant. So let's just dump it here. I don't know. Anyway, that's that done. Took about 5-10 minutes. Yeah, there's a bit in there. Don't normally do private properties, but it is a nice restaurant. I'm not plugging it, they're not sponsoring me or anything. Maybe if I tell them I picked up all this crap, they'll give me a free drink later. Yeah, I doubt it. Anyway, so that's that. Let's get back on the track now, shall we? Right, pulled out a load of stuff here. Gonna make short work of picking it all up now. Hey, never ending, and there's the old Red Bull, of course. Maybe I should give them a call or send them an email. See if they'll sponsor a litter pick. I don't know. Probably won't. They're more interested in Formula One than anything else. Oh, and there's that. Is it Thai kickboxing or something? I don't know. They sponsor all kinds of sports. Yeah, look at this stuff that I got here. Unbelievable. Oh boy. Can't make it up, would you? You just can't make it up. The amount of crap that gets dumped all over the UK every day. This looks like a bit of a fly tip, actually. Yeah, it's like somebody just came here and emptied the contents of their house. Of the household waste, anyway. Who does this? Who in their right mind does this? Comes all the way out here, this beautiful countryside. Excuse the garbage van. Comes out here, beautiful countryside, and thinks, right, good place to tip a load of crap. Nobody can see me. Yeah, this is a purposeful fly tip. Yeah, as you can see over there they are, 3 bags so far for that area, and also for some of this area here. It's time for a break, as I said, so I'll see you in a while after I've had a cup of tea. I'll be back on the track. Oh, we've got a nice little farm shop here. Wine over there. And then here we go into the actual coffee shop area. See what I mean by the grey hair brigade. Time for a cuppa. This is nice. Just waiting for my order now, and then I'll be on my way again. So that was a nice break. Nice cup of tea. Pleasant staff. A little bit overworked, I think. They got a lot of custom today, so hell of a lot of stuff going on there. But yeah, I think I can get this. Oh, can I? Yeah, just about get it. Yeah, that's Bloom Farm. Very nice. Enjoyed my cup of tea there. A welcome break. Right, onwards and upwards, and we'll pick up what we can. This bag, by the way, if you're watching Bloom Farm, I've collected all this from your area. So, you might want to be a bit more vigilant. How deep is that? Oh, yeah. Yes, you might want to be a bit more vigilant on your driveway area here. A lot of stuff in the bushes and whatever. I don't really understand why people would want to litter here, especially as they're coming to visit such a beautiful place, a beautiful farm. Look at that, cows and everything, yeah. Look at that, beautiful. Isn't that nice? Now that's the farm over there, that's where I was earlier. And this is their area, of course. And this is their driveway, which I'm presently tidying up a bit. But I've already walked in here and collected this much before I had the tea. I didn't get it on camera. Leave that. It's too far in. Oh, that's getting heavy already. I really didn't expect to pick up this amount of garbage. It was all sort of buried in this area here, or in the brambles as usual. I don't know, people, maybe they're on the way in or on the way out. They just toss the stuff. Obviously you can't take food and drink into the restaurant, so they just toss it in the brambles, because it's on this side of the brambles, you see. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I think that's pretty much it. I've got pretty much everything here. Nice, and I enjoyed my time thoroughly there. It was only a brief respite, but it re-energized me, so thank you very much, Bloom Farm. Okay, everybody wants to know how plastic is grown. Well, it's grown on trees. See this? Here's a fine specimen of the algae moronon, or is it the algae moron? The Latin name for plastic. Ow, ow. Oh, that went right in my hand. That went right in my hand. Whoa. I shall try to pick it out, but this is not even a tree, it's a bramble. I just realised when that thorn went right into my hand, I realised it was a bramble, it's not a tree. Not exactly rare in England. You can see these plastic trees everywhere actually. You can find them on highways, rivers. Oh boy. I don't know what they're beeping for. Probably me. That's it. Oh, we'll get the two last parts. Might as well do the job properly. I'm forever picking plastic. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Yeah, back on the trail again. I'm filling up this bag now. I got a half a bag from that farm. Just walking down the drive. What was that? Thought I heard a cow. Whew. Yeah, the good thing about being on the road this time is I can just dump these at the side of the road and tell the council to pick them up. Ask the council to pick them up. Not tell them. Report it. Let's say report it. Oh, that tea did wonders, I tell you. I'm pretty much a tea man. I don't know about you. Are you a tea woman or a tea man? Or a coffee man or a coffee woman? Try to limit the coffee because of the caffeine intake. One thing I've learned is never to drink coffee first thing in the morning. Always drink a nice glass of warm water, because coffee shocks the system, raises blood pressure, so you've got to be really careful with that. And when you wake up, give yourself about half an hour before you drink a coffee, and then you're alright. Alright, going to make my way down there, a bit over there. Was that a Union Jack? Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Yeah, right. What is this? Yeah, probably sausages or something like that. Oh, British cooking salt. There you go. Right, slight detour there. Well, actually, not so much a detour, I've just sort of been kept back. I found this in the bushes, so pulled it all out and threw it to the side. There's your standard bottle of piss. Right, now this time we're really going to make our way down there. This is going to make it the last one. I'm not going up any further. Yeah. Oh, just have a look at this beautiful river. Isn't that nice? Graffiti as usual, and that's standard for the UK or US or anywhere actually now. Germany, Vienna. Vienna! Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, big hi to Picker Mary. She's over there in Vienna. She's got a channel called Wiener Naturwacht, which means pretty much Vienna watching nature, guard on nature, observation on nature, something like that. Yeah, look it up. Anyway, give it a quick look. She's doing a great job over there with Chris. Mary and Chris, hi to you. Well, look at this, more garbage. Just before I tie it all up, but here's a surprise. I want you to see this. Look at those. Can't remember the name offhand. Aren't they beautiful? In amongst the crap, a little spot of beauty. Actually, it's not crap, it's beautiful. The whole country's beautiful. I mean, the whole area and everything. It's just the garbage. The area itself is beautiful. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Oh, anyway. Right, that's it. Yeah, speaking of beautiful, thought I'd give you a shot of this beautiful countryside. I know there's something in the corner. Yeah, I'm not going down there. Oh, well, look at the horses anyway. Anyway, that's on private land. No, not going down there because it's very wet. It's been raining for a solid month here in the UK, so that would be very marshy. Maybe that's for another day. Hey, horsey! Hey! That's probably the worst horse noise you've ever heard. Okay, later, guys. Yeah, just pick up these last few items here on this section anyway, and then I'm going to wrap up this bag, tied up rather. Yeah, take the bag to the garbage for once. Somebody, I wonder if that came off in an accident. Look at the size of that tyre, big truck tyre there. Okily schmokily. Just get that, I'm not going in there. Get that, yeah, see, there you go. Walking backwards for Christmas. Alright, time to tie up, I think. Yeah, so there it is, bag 4, yes, and the tyre. I don't know if they'll pick up the tyre. I might put something in the report about that, see if they can get that as well, but at least they'll get the garbage bag. So that makes 4 bags now. 4 bags. Yep. Okie doke. Back again on the trail. Whoa. Yeah. Just getting the big stuff. You leave some of the cardboard and the paper behind. Oh. Memories of Middleton Moor here. Let's see if I can get in here. Whoa! I lost my balance there. Oh, what was that? I felt something there. Now you see, you feel stuff under the growth, on the undergrowth. It's lodged in there. I think I won't get it out. People walking by casually just chuck the stuff in the brambles, or out the window, or the bindo. Oh boy, look at this. Oh, it's just never ending, unrelenting, never ending. Maybe I should have stopped while I was ahead and just drank the tea and went home. Look at this, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh dear. Anyway, let's not fret too much. Get this stuff picked up. Oh, what is that? Oh, that is whatever it is. I don't know. Weird stuff. Whatever it is. It's in the bin now. For a minute there, I thought I was picking up a live wire. Yeah, I just cleaned down there. I don't know if you saw me earlier. Caught me earlier. I just get a few of these things. I'm not going all the way down that slope. It's just too wet. And I'm not dressed for it, to be honest. I need the old wallies. The old wellies for a job like that. Here we go. It's one of those never ending, picks up a load of growth with it. Yeah, I can hear it under here. You get that familiar crunch under your foot. And there it is. There it is. Look at it. Oh my God. Just keeps on and on and on and on. Pick up these few things here. What is it about bridges that attracts so much garbage? I mean, you see like a really clear area, and then suddenly you come to the bridge and there's all this crap. What's so special? Is it the temptation to throw it over the side and have a laugh? I don't know. Have a laugh. You having a laugh? You having a laugh? Let's get that up embedded. Well, better than I found it, let's put it that way. What is this? Yeah, that's not too bad. There's always going to be a bit left behind. Some of it's degrading already, look, disintegrating. It's a shame, but at least it's only paper. Plastic's what I'm after. This stuff, see, never degrades. Oh. Right, I think that's pretty much it for this area. We'll move onwards. I'm back at that spot again. There's my 3 bags, my 1 bag up there, if you can see in the distance. Then I'm going to make my way down there again. And then that's it pretty much. Yeah. Look at those trucks. Oh God. Woohoo! Feel the draft on that, the updraft. G-force. Oh, there you go. Crime scene. Bit of fun, isn't it? Oh dear. In the bag. And I've just found the source of what all that criminal activity was, why the police were here. Found myself a gun. Is that what they call a BB gun? I'm not familiar, but it doesn't really look like a toy. It looks like a real gun, but it's probably a BB gun. Maybe you can leave a comment in the section below. Yeah. The way they hang out on the trees as well, that makes me laugh.
I know.
Like that helps anybody.
Yeah.
Look at that there. Look at that over there. That's all private land there. I wouldn't.
Disgraceful, isn't it?
Awful, isn't it? Oh look, some more pretty flowers. Aren't they nice? Gorgeous. That's not so gorgeous, but that's private land, so some of it's sort of seeping into the river over there. Good Lord. Anyway, I hope they don't graze any cattle or anything here. Poisoned, completely poisoned. This whole area is poisoned with pollution. Yeah, still on the beaten track, finding all sorts of garbage on the way back. Yeah, that's why it's so good to do a double back. Look at this, I mean, this is off a housing estate. Unbelievable. Yeah, here we are at the end of the trek, and look at the way they treat their areas. I don't know. Good Lord. Look at this. I'm in 2 minds whether to clean this up or not. It's horrendous. Oh well. I mean, is this really how people want to live? In a complete shit-sty, pigsty? Would you want to live like this? Yeah, people? And you see people with their multi-thousand-dollar cars, and yet they live like this. Yeah. New Gauntless Bridge. Gauntless in Norse means useless. And I have to agree, this is useless. All this is useless. Only takes one bit of garbage, one piece of garbage. One means two, means three, means four, and next minute you end up with all this. I'm not going to bore you with picking up all this, I'll just show you the end effect, the result. Let's see how we do. Do I have the energy to pick up all this? I've already got 5 bags, this is my 5th bag here. I'm probably going to go for probably about 7 in the end. Let's see if I can do it. You're not going to believe what I picked up. Have a look at this. This is a big first for me. Look at that. Let me touch it. That is a bag of excrement. The smell is absolutely vile. Making a bit of a dent, but I don't think I'm going to have enough bags. Look at this. These pigs. What insult to pigs, actually. Absolute morons. Anyway, onwards and upwards. On the last bag now. So what will be, eh? This will be cleared. That will have to stay. And that will. I will just clear this, and that's it. Yeah. I get some on me. Well, I and others are living proof that one man or one woman can make a difference. It only takes one person to pick up a bag. These people here are quite content to look at this every day. God knows what it does to the value of their properties, but who am I to guess? Right, let's get all this picked up, shall we? And then that's it. I'm just doing this spot here. That other spot can leave. I can wait for another day or another litter picker or whatever. Yeah, just one bottle after another. Look at this. Oh boy. People often say to me, where do you start? Where do you start? You just start, that's it. No point going round and round it. You just got to start. Right, I'm not going to bore you with this. I'll show the end result. Well, it's looking a lot better. I mean, there's the ash from the burnt out bonfires and whatever, and the bricks and the mortar, but all the garbage is gone. As you can see, cleaned up pretty much the whole area here. And just go around, take a look. This is a drinking den, no doubt about it. A drinking den. I mean, there's a little swing there. See that swing there? I'll just see that. Yeah, that's a swing. So that's all tidied up now. There's obviously this area over there, which I may attack another day. I don't know if I really want to come back here, and then there's a little bit over there, but this is really the worst area where the people sort of sit and drink all night. And these people here are quite content to pass it by every day. So all that's left for me to do now is to thank you very much, and well, wait a minute, we've still got a bit more here. Now you can see I've got 3 bags here. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. I pulled some of that stuff out of there. So we've ended up with 4 here and 5 over there on the trail, and then of course there was the highway and Broom Farm, and now we're back to this area, which is basically a drinking area come fly tip. So thank you very much for joining me. Leave a comment if you'd like to. Anything really. Any ideas on some of the topics we've covered. Or you can contact me at absolutegarbage007@gmail.com. That's it for me, Ian. I'll see you soon. Take care. Enjoy what's left of the beautiful day. Bye bye. Adios.